Okay. Good morning, world. How are we today? It is Friday today. Friday. Probably most people's favorite day of the week. Okay. Now, what are we talking about this morning? Well, what we're talking about is recently, well, not recently, like probably for the last 6 months, maybe a bit more. I had been looking into different products online that you can get for basically like DIY, at home treatments for various dental issues, right? And the reason is because, well, here in Australia, it is really, really expensive to get dental work done. And there is a whole history of me getting proper professional dental work done. Going, back into my early teen years, having what they call plates to help correct overcrowding of teeth. Then when I was adult myself, early adult, maybe around 20-ish, I paid myself for having teeth removed and having braces, which I had on for, I think it was more than 4 years. And then at the end of having braces, the dentist that I was going through said, you have to have like x-rays at the end of having braces. And after that he had said, oh, it looks like you're likely to have your wisdom teeth coming up, and that may cause some issues with the straightening that we had done for years. And also the x-rays had shown I have it's sort of like a bone, like jawbone, above the wisdom teeth. So as the wisdom teeth were trying to push up, they would basically be pushing into jawbone, and causing a lot of pain, and infection and swelling and a lot of pain every time, because they kind of come up and down. Anyone who's had issues with wisdom teeth like that, it's terrible. In my younger years when things like that were happening, I would just have to have a stiff drink, you know what I mean? And over the counter pain relief, and it was just really terrible. Anyway, I never got them removed. I just had to go through the very long process of my wisdom teeth basically cracking through, and because of how my wisdom teeth were situated, it was going to have to be a procedure where I would have to go into a hospital in Melbourne with a specific type of dentistry surgeon. I would have to be under full anesthetic, is it? Where they put you to sleep, and have them surgically cut out. That was how they were telling me it would have to be done, not just in a dentist chair at a dentist office, how a lot of other people get theirs taken out. I wasn't able to have that. So mine was going to cost a lot more, like it was going to cost thousands and thousands more because, you know, you have to pay for the hospital and the hospital surgeon and all the rest of it, you know. So yeah, it was something that was just unaffordable for me, you know, especially through just, you know, the years of being a young parent and, you know, I had a lot of time off of work for child rearing and being at home with babies and, you know, all this sort of stuff, you know, and yeah, and then, you know, I am aware that they, like, you know, if you Google, if you look on the internet about like how to get dental work done in Australia when you can't afford it, it says to go through public dentists, but you need to like basically pass a you know, an income hardship test thing and prove that you're too poor basically, and or otherwise you have to be on like social payments and stuff like through the government and have what's called like a healthcare card to be eligible for cheaper cost dentistry. Otherwise, you know, say you need you know, lots of teeth replaced, especially as you get older, you know, your teeth deteriorate. Like, no one's walking around, you know, a 60-year-old with all, you know, beautiful teeth that are still original teeth of their own. You know, like, people have to have all sorts of things done, whether it's, you know, a root canal, or it's people get veneers, or people have some of their teeth replaced, or people have all of their teeth replaced. And, you know, it's no wonder that, sorry, I'm quick sip. It's no wonder that in Australia, you know, not just like cosmetic. I don't want to say it's all just cosmetic because, you know, if you've got missing teeth or damaged teeth from aging and decay, you know, from sugar and whatnot, acidic foods, all of it, you know, yeah, if you need that kind of work done, that's not just aesthetic. That's like, you know, decay in your mouth can cause serious health issues. Your actual life can be at risk. You know, from like blood poisoning and stuff like that. Let alone if you have, you know, bad conditions that make it really difficult for you to eat, or you have so much pain that you are, you know, taking a lot of pain relief. Really not good for you, you know, and it is disheartening when you've already spent in your lifetime as well. You've already spent thousands and thousands of dollars at a dentist, and you know, only to have like the wisdom teeth that they bring up right at the end after you've paid them the thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah, only to have the wisdom teeth be brought up then, and it's like then the wisdom teeth ruin all the work that was done, like straightening and whatnot. And I actually had as well, like the dentist that I went through actually, when you have your braces removed, they use this like tool that it's kind of like a little mini sander, you know, like a little mini dentist sander, and it's to sand all of the glue that your braces were being stuck on your teeth for all those years with. So they got to sand that the glue off, and I was very much in the belief, even right from day one, that day when I left. I was very much in the belief that he had like corroded away my teeth with that sanding thing. Like he'd done it too much, and he'd done it on particular angles that left incisions across my teeth, like sideways cuts, and I feel like he eroded the enamel layer of my teeth away. And so right from like day one, it was a case of every coffee I drank, every food or drink that I had that had sugar in it would basically just start eating away, attacking my teeth like a lot more than it should have, even if I had my a natural enamel coating of my teeth layer still intact, and so it was upsetting for me to, I would say in a quick amount of time as well, have just watched my teeth deteriorate after spending so much money on my teeth, And then, when you're, like I was saying, when you're a young parent, you put everything that you have financially into your children and into your life, and trying to make a nice life. And, everyone's got things that come up with like cars and, expenses in life and whatnot. And, when you're a young adult too, it's not like you just leave high school and go straight into a well-paying career. There's a period of study and all sorts of things, in my life, I chose to be a stay-at-home mother for many years. So then you're reliant on your partner's income, and you're not earning an income of your own, and these sort of things, and then if you have any dental issues and whatever, maybe some people might say, well, I'm silly, but they just kind of got pushed to the wayside, and then it kind of got to a point where it's like you wake up one day and you're like, crap, like I'm not happy with my appearance, I'm not happy with my smile. And it was actually a factor that I thought about quite a lot with this channel, and whether I should do a channel or not, because I was insecure about my teeth. And I don't know if anyone's noticed or not, but I had some damage and decay to my teeth, and just not, it even kind of gets to a point as well where it's like you don't want to go to the dentist, because maybe you're embarrassed or whatever. Look at when people speed when it's wet roads. Anyway, so I started looking about 6 months ago into basically like do-it-yourself style treatments and things that you can buy online and come in the post, and then you just like go by the instructions on the packet and do it yourself at home. And I'm not going to show like up close and all that, but I did actually last night I did use a product that I had ordered, and it's a composite resin, a dental composite resin, and basically it's for filling in cavities and fixing the aesthetics of your teeth, so that it's you can take away, or fix the appearance of damaged teeth, of decayed teeth, where you have cavities or broken chipped teeth. You can do it yourself. And obviously these things are regulated and legal because you can purchase it online and in this country. There's so many different products on the internet that you can get to basically DIY get your own teeth. I was watching even videos of people who buy their own veneers. Veneers are those it's sort of like cappings that get glued on top of your own tooth. So if you've got discolored teeth or you've got teeth that aren't completely straight or whatever, you'll have a very bright white straight smile after gluing all empty teeth. A lot of celebrities get the proper versions, and you could get porcelain and all this sort of fancy stuff. But yeah, anyway, and then so I was thinking this is great, I can fill in holes and things like that I had because, you get a lot of sensitivity and everything from having holes in your teeth that aren't filled, even just from cold air, let alone cold drink or hot food or lots of things, even making them more sensitive to brush your teeth. Anyway, and so then I started also looking into obviously it's a popular thing that people are DIYing their own dental work, and I know there are plenty of experts and dentists, just people on the internet, whatever, warning people against doing their own dental work because you could end up harming yourself in some way and ending up with a bigger bill at the dentist to fix what you've done, or if you purchase something that's really poor quality and you have a bad reaction or whatever. I get all that, and I get, safety warnings are important and all that sort of stuff. But there is also a place in this world, even in this country, in Australia, where it's relevant to say, fair game basically to people who feel that they don't have any other options. It is, I would say, it's better for, say, somebody in my position, in my situation, to order some, dental composite resin and DIY my own teeth fillings and fixing the aesthetics like that myself at home, even if it does look a tiny bit silly or not perfect or whatever. It's still better to me than what I was dealing with before. And no, I can't afford the bill of thousands and thousands of dollars to go to the dentist. And I don't have even a healthcare card because I'm not on government payments of any sort. It's not viable for me to go to a dentist. And I mean, in Australia, an average dentist salary is around $200,000. They are raking it in. For a full set of dentures, which is what you would need if you have teeth decay, missing teeth or whatever like that, on a majority of your teeth. You're not going to pay to have arches put in that have 6 teeth up here are replaced and 6 teeth down here are replaced. No, you're just going to get them all ripped out and get full sets, right? And you know, you're looking at around like between like $50,000 and $70,000 to have that done in Australia. And you know, like you can look up on the internet. You can look up for, oh, you know, like it'll give you a price of, you know, maybe $500 to $1,000 for like to replace like one or two teeth at a time or something. And you wear like a plate like that just like slots in and to replace those teeth. But it's like these things are so out of people's reach. They're so unaffordable. That of course people are walking around in their life just with like really bad teeth problems, as I was. And so I took matters into my own hands and you know, took a bit of a leap of faith, and yeah, I prayed to God I prayed to God that I wouldn't end up harming myself in any way or looking stupid. And yeah, so this is the first video of me talking with I did 6 teeth up the top, and I might have to touch up here and there, but I can already I only did it last night, but I can already tell a huge difference in how my teeth feel, and how I feel about myself. And I just thought that I would make a video about it because, you know, I know it's sort of like a you know, what's the word, like a topic people don't really like to talk about, especially if it's about their own self and their own experience, and you know, not being perfect, being imperfect and aging, and you know, being a woman who is aging, and you know, you decline in your appearance or your health or things like that, you know. And you know, actually that even pregnancies severely affect your teeth, I came to learn. And I've been pregnant lots of times, you know. I've had the calcium and things like that depleted in my body a lot of times. Yeah, which can, that's why you're supposed to get dental care as well when you're pregnant. Anywho, and that's probably also why, you know, there is actually like a market, like a black market, for people getting like backyard dentistry done in Australia. And although some of these backyard dentists did used to be qualified either in this country or in other countries, and now they're running like an illegal clinic, you know, out of their home or whatever. And I'm not like promoting that. I'm not, you know, inciting anything. I'm just saying that, like, no wonder there's even an industry like that. No wonder excuse me, no wonder there's an industry, you know, on the internet where you can buy all these products and people are DIYing, like myself, at home, because it's ridiculous how expensive dental work is. And it really, like, it's almost like you're between a rock and a hard place, and the dentists know it. Like, they know that, like, your ability to eat, your ability to you know, socialize and be around other people, you know, your whole health and your life even can be at risk for having dental issues. And it's like they know that and they take advantage of that. You know, I don't like that. You know, I feel like it's a you know, for being a regulated industry, why isn't there like pricing and stuff more regulated? Why is it almost like, well, you have to be rich to get dental work, you know? Well, actually, they do have a thing in this country, actually, where, you know, say you're like homeless and you get government payments, and you have a healthcare card, you know, or you don't necessarily have to be homeless, but you could be very, you know, registered with the government as being a poor person. Well, you can have discounted, you know, dental work done. Even quite discounted, but not everyone is doing that. Not everyone is, you know, what they say is like sucking the teat of the government either. And some people are you know, some people really, really need that. I get it. You know, I'm not poo-pooing people on government payments either. I have been previously in my life too. I'm just saying that, you know, not all people continue to get assistance from the government for various reasons as well. Like, you know, sometimes they make it very a painful process dealing with them. And even that is a deterrent to ever like call or you know, do anything with them, because it's such a nightmare, it's such a headache. Yeah, you try to make one phone call. I remember like years ago trying to make a call and you're on hold for like 4 hours. You know, like it's pretty bad. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Just wanted to say that, you know, yeah, I don't know if anyone who watches my videos has ever noticed anything with my teeth, but I am all for my little DIY at-home treatment, and I will continue to touch up and fix up my teeth myself. I feel like it's working, and that it's good for me. Anyway, you all have a great day, and I will see you all in another video. Bye.